During the project we have used a number of technologies and software including Final Cut Express, Photoshop Elements 4.0, the Internet, YouTube, Vimeo, Blogger, iMovie, Windows Movie Maker, Adobe Flash CS3, cameras, video cameras and voice recorders. We've used the internet for a number of tasks, initially for the research and planning stages. We were using YouTube and Vimeo to watch existing videos that artists had made and to deconstruct them and find out what we thought were the good bits and the bad bits. During this stage we used Wikipedia to find supporting information about the artist. However, we did realise that this information may not be reliable as anyone can edit Wikipedia, so we've used other sources to back up whatever we found on there. As we were producing our rough cuts and sample footage for our production, we uploaded them onto YouTube and Vimeo to get feedback from a wider audience other than just A2 media students in our class. And then during our post-production stages we also used the internet to promote and publish our work. So for example we put it on a Robbie Williams forum to gain his fans' approval of it. When we were first using the internet for our initial research, we started with quite broad search terms, looking at music videos in general, but then once we had a bit of an idea about what we wanted to do and we'd formed a bit of a clearer understanding of the task, we were able to narrow down these search terms and look at specific things within the pop genre. Throughout the entire project we were required to keep a blog using Blogger, to keep updating it with the work that we're doing and what we'd found. We didn't only have just our own personal blogs, but Jess and I also created a company blog where we shared our rough cuts and a bit of information about the group. Each of our classmates also had their own blog which we all followed to keep up to date with everyone's idea and give them some feedback on the work they'd produced. We also followed some other blogs, mainly created by our teacher, which assisted with our learning throughout the project. In addition to publishing our work on our blogs, we also each set up a YouTube account which allowed us to gain feedback from, again, people who weren't A2 media students in our class, but also people from outside the area that we live in. So it gave us a bit of a broader audience to look at our video. On this they were able to view and leave constructive comments for us to take on board and adjust for our next rough cut. We also started a new thread on a Robbie Williams fan site where we linked our final cut on YouTube on the post, and it can be found at www.robbiewilliams.com, and this was also for us to receive more feedback from a wider audience. Again, using technology, on our Digipack and magazine ad we've included a small QR code which we created ourselves online. And when it's scanned by a smartphone it takes you straight to the company blog that we created during the project. This also makes our blogs more accessible even when you're not in the house or connected to the computer. You can just look at it on your mobile phone and our music video will play. We've also found social media sites such as Facebook really useful during the project, and it was one of the ways that we kept in touch with our cast because we could send out group emails that everyone would receive really quickly. It also allowed us to link our blog and our original ideas to the cast to see if they were interested in taking part. Using Facebook, it could also be used for promoting our video and receive feedback from a wider audience, but also mainly our target audience, which was 15 to 24-year-olds. Despite it being an indie production, with the software available, we had a large amount of tools that allowed us to replicate the conventions of music video. This has developed throughout the project as we became more comfortable with the software and what it could offer us. In Final Cut Express, we're able to crop clips, alter the opacity, rescale certain parts of the film, for example, split screens, adding fade-ins and fade-outs, and speed up or slow down the footage. These are all particularly useful when multi-layering, as you can see here, where we've got a shot of the performer and we've layered over the 3 generations which have been framed by the back of the shed that Robbie is sitting in.